In one of the most bizarre episodes in Parliament, a minister has refused to reveal the names of a panel she appointed to select chairpersons of sectorial education authority boards. Members of the Higher Education Portfolio Committee tried very hard to get Minister Nobuhle Nkabane to say who the members of her so-called independent panel were. She, however, stuck to her guns, citing her sole discretion to appoint the SETA chairpersons with the help of the secretive panel. It is not clear why the minister believes members of the national legislature, to whom she has to account, should not be privy to the information. Even though Nkabane insists that the panel was made up of well-qualified individuals who are beyond reproach, she has been forced to withdraw the appointments she made on their recommendation that included senior ANC politicians. Hello everyone, welcome back to Joe Talks Politics. I am your host, Joseph Musia. Let's get right into this. Government of national unity or not, for some comrades, it is business as usual. But even at its lowest point in the past, ANC ministers still pretended they had respect for Parliament. Nobuhle Nkabane has, however, set a new standard. It is arrogance without boundaries. First, she appointed a slew of ANC cadres to head up the SETAs. They include former KZN Premier Nomusa Dube-Ncube, former KZN MEC Mike Mabuya-Khulu, former Deputy Minister Philima Pulane, and Buyambo Mantashe, who is the son of ANC National Chairperson, and Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources, Gwede Mantashe. When she was called out, she reversed the decision, and now the SETAs are without chairpersons. The decision to appoint these individuals was based on the recommendations of a clandestine panel that nobody, not even the department's Director General, knows. Listen to this exchange with DAMP Matodi Maseko.
So that panel, who were the panel that the minister appointed to do that shortlisting?
Thank you so much for the question again. I believe all of us, we understand Section 11 of the Skills Development Act that says the minister must appoint the chairpersons of the accounting authority. So there is no need for me to come and declare my volunteers, people assisting me voluntarily to execute my responsibilities. I am not in a position. It is the minister. If there is something wrong that you believe it happened with the entire process, better you should, the person who is empowered by the legislation to execute that responsibility. That's the unfortunate part of it.
How many panel members did you have?
Normally, I don't like big panels. I remember with NS first, there were about 5 or 6. With this one, there were about 5 again, 5 or 6.
Can you share the names?
No, I can't share the names. Okay. I indicated before I started that whatever comes, the responsibility lies with the minister, not with them.
Okay.
I'm not going to drag them in this.
Okay.
Yes.
No, it's okay. Let me continue. So what qualified the withdrawal from you?
Basically, because I'm speaking to the society, I understand. I'm not only responding to the committee. It's very important for me to indicate that as a public representative, consciously, I have a responsibility to listen to what the citizens are saying. We saw what was trending on social media because I did not receive an official report or any correspondence that is complaining about the process itself. I must register that. After seeing those trends on social media, I took it upon me as a responsible citizen to say, let me listen, what is the outcry about? Then I could pick up that amongst the issues, in particular from Honorable Khawkhaw, is that the recommended candidates to serve as chairs, they are viewed or perceived to be more political bloated or associated with some of the politicians within the movement. Then I said, I must be responsible. I must take the considerations and concerns of the public and respond to them, because there was nothing too personal about the people that were recommended. However, I must also put it on record that the panel recommended highly qualified candidates. And I was happy to see and to share with the Portfolio Committee today their profiles. However, there is nothing illegal about it. There are no flaws. There is no breach of any legislative imperative. Everything was followed, and the process was beyond reproach.
So the minister appoints a secret panel that she believes is beyond reproach. That panel recommends a whole lot of ANC comrades to chair SETAs. And then there is an uproar on social media, and the minister withdraws the appointments. Please explain to me, what is a banana republic? Umkhonto wesizwe Party MP Mnqobi Msezane also tried his best.
Minister, there's no way in which we're not going to question the composition and the criteria of that independent panel, because ultimately it played a pivotal role in the predicament we find ourselves in. So if you're going to give us a report with an independent panel that played such a pivotal role, and subsequent to that you're going to say you're not going to disclose who those people are, neither the criteria that you used and all of those things, it's of public interest that we know who that panel is and what criteria you used to select that panel, because ultimately that's why we find ourselves in this predicament. So I'm going to again ask you, Minister, what criteria did you use to select your panel? What was their, or well, you did explain their role here in the presentation. So I would want to know what criteria you used and who those people are.
Who accounts in Parliament is the Minister of Higher Education. Those processes were done on my behalf. For instance, if I can come with a report done by CHE, I'll be saying when I present here, this is my report. Those were South African citizens, very professional, highly qualified, seasoned representatives of the country who have been in the space for quite some time. Thank you.
Minister, no one is contesting what you are empowered to do and what you're not empowered to do. Here we're dealing with people's lives, young people in particular. You selected the people that you selected in your criteria, which you do not want to disclose. But our people deserve to know what criteria you used and who those people were, because you are saying that these people are
I indicated that amongst the issues that I checked on the criteria was their experience, leadership experience, their qualifications, their understanding of the sector, as well as reputation, credibility. I wanted people with who believe in good governance principles. Those are the kinds of people that oversee the process. We, together with the NSFAS process, which produced the product that every citizen is happy about in South Africa. So it's the same team that is helping me. It is still going to help me because I believe they possess the skills and competences that I need for me to execute my responsibilities.
Now, Minister, seemingly this is going to turn to a dialogue where you don't respond, but you just play around words. So these people did this amazing job for you that you ultimately account for, and they remain ghost people that we must not know who they are. Neither that criteria, because that criteria is something else. But I still maintain we want to know who those people are.
I'm saying I was executing my responsibilities as empowered by the Skills Development Act. The oversight role of the committee is to look at the performance of the entities, not to scrutinize the provisions in the Act that empowers the minister to execute her responsibility. This is a prerogative of the minister.
The last time Sihle Lonzi of the EFF raised the question of SETA chairs, he was thrown out of the committee. But even his fervor was not enough to move Nkabane, who was unwavering.
Even the presidency has gotten advisory bodies. But if the advisory body of the president takes that advisory body so serious that it even tells him who must be a judge in South Africa, who must be a minister in South Africa, who must be a commissioner in South Africa, then the people of South Africa deserve to know who are these advisors to the minister. The minister can't say to us, he can't tell, I know that the advisors can't say, let's know the law, the advice. I know the advisor, that's not my question. My question is, who are these advisors to the minister that the minister listens to and takes so seriously that she takes very big and critical decisions in the department? Why is the minister refusing to tell us? Who are these advisors that are advising you, minister? Who are the names? Who are the profiles of this independent panel that you take so seriously, that told you who to put in the SETAs, that told you who to put in the NSFAS board, that tells you who to put as university council employees? Who are your advisors? Is it your mother? Is it your sister? Is it your friend? Is it a boyfriend? Is it a girlfriend? The people of South Africa must know, where are decisions of higher education taken? You find that a decision is taken in a tavern, we don't know. Because clearly these advisors are more important than all of these officials of Department of Higher Education which are sitting here. Why can't you say, no, the DG advises me? No, the DDG advises me. There is a group, there is a clique in higher education that advises the minister, yet the minister does not want to tell us who these advisors are. So because of time, I'm asking you a yes or no question. And I'm going to follow up on this, you can rest assured. And we're going to get the names of those advisors. I just want, at least on record, to get an understanding from you so that I can move on to the next question. Are you willing to tell us who are these people that advise you to make appointments to SETAs, to make appointments in NSFAS, to make appointments to universities, to make appointments at TVET colleges? Yes or no? So that I can move on to the next question. Thank you, Minister.
I think we need to understand that even with the system of the judges in South Africa, they do have assessors, private assessors who
Chairperson.
Listen, I'm still responding to the question. I'm not going to respond to yes or no. I'm not in court.
No, this is not a court.
I'm not in court. I'm not going to respond in yes or no.
Chairperson, you advised the minister on the issue of time.
Yeah.
I simply want to understand if the minister is willing to tell us the panel. If she's not willing to, she must say, I don't want to tell you who advises me. And then I've got a mechanism to find out who advises her. And I'm going to find out who's advising her. But I don't want her to waste my time by giving me a preamble.
This minister's decisions reflect a bold disregard for conventional wisdom and basic competence. She is showing a rare talent for creative problem creation. Perhaps someone more senior in her party or government might want to whisper in her ear. Her portfolio is way too important for the development of young people who desperately need to be skilled. If you enjoyed this episode, please share, like, and comment on it. And please don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.